Good morning, party people. Welcome to the breakdown with Nath and Johnny. He's back. He had his little baby moon in New Zealand. Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for being back.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Reactions, dude. Reactions are difficult by yourself, aren't
They're
they?
so shit. I don't like doing it when you're not here.
It's not that I don't like doing it. It's just that it feels like it's and. Thank you very much, because all of you are very kind and supportive of us when we do have to do them alone. But it's just not the same, because it kind of takes a bit of the fun away out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can still talk about the music, but it's not as fun. And whilst you guys may see us bicker like a married couple, that's fun.
It's very fun.
We have fun doing that. Yeah, when you're by yourself, there's no one to tease apart from yourself, and we did that enough.
Yeah, we do that enough.
Never enough.
Oh, Turnstile are back! And I was just saying, you know what? Where's Turnstile gone? They brought out that incredible album, and then they kind of just went, whoop.
When did you say that?
I was not talking to you about it. I was talking to someone else, I think.
Because they announced this like a couple of weeks ago that they were releasing something on this date. Yeah. So this was teased, but they didn't say what it was. They were just like, put a date up. And then, yeah, as of this morning, they've announced a brand new album, which I've already pre-ordered the vinyl. Because Glow On was my favourite album of 2022? 23? 22.
Has it been that long?
I think it's 22, yeah.
Wow.
It's a phenomenal hardcore album that
It is.
transcended the genre and also brought the genre into a new light for a lot of people, which I think is such a cool thing. They got a lot of mainstream media press. They have such a fun live show. John and I went and saw them. They were out last time.
Yeah, one of the most, and look, full transparency, they're not like in my top 10 bands sort of thing, but honestly, live, one of the best bands I've seen. They are so connected to both the audience and their music. The vibe is just unreal. It's so cool. If you're not into it, that's cool, but you know what? We are, so we're going to check it out.
Before we jump into this, what are you predicting from the sound? Because I think you and I did talk about this a while ago. What are you predicting?
I think that the new album is going to pretty much follow on from where the last one left off. I think that we're still going to get those moments of, you know, like remembering, oh yeah, these guys were a hardcore band. They were a straight up hardcore band.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see them slip into that, you know, that party vibey sort of atmosphere sound that they had. But I think we're going to see them push new areas and elements of that. I think we might hear them experiment with a little bit more electronica stuff.
Do you mean this first single or on the album? I want to know about this first single more than
first single.
album.
I think it's going to sound like it is a direct follow on from Glow On, I think.
But in the mystery side of things, or the
I think it's going to be
underwater?
kind of like those midway sort of vibes. I think we're going to get some riffs. I think we're going to get some catchy, dancey sort of beats. We might get some electronica moments in there maybe, because I think they're going to tap into that stuff.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I think, and I don't know if I said this to you, but I feel like they've almost entered into like a shoegazy hardcore at times thing.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's a really good segue for people to discover the band. Obviously, they've got a lot of people came onto them from Glow On, so I feel like maybe leaning into that a bit more for first single. I don't think it'll be a hardcore song.
It won't be
I think it's be
song,
along
no.
the more pop sensibilities, which I think they do really well. Is it Brandon, the singer?
I do not know.
I think it might be. I don't know.
God,
Americans with the Brennan and the Brandon, we don't do that as much here.
Also, I feel like unless it's a really sort of prominent band that gets talked about a lot, or we're like in connection with the band personally, I don't really know band members' names anymore.
You're very rude. Anyway, point of that is he's got a great voice for the clean vocals, and I think that they'll utilise that more, particularly in this.
Yeah.
I hope we're both wrong. I was just blast beats and straight up hardcore.
No, it's not Sleep Token.
If it's your first time here, we ramble, but we have a good time, and you might have a good time if you stick around. So like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.
We've got plenty of merchandise you can check out. We've even got socials that you can follow if you want to see what we do.
Look at this dumb shirt.
I still think about when Marissa's... Oh, I've seen this on the internet.
Yeah, I
think
bought off
it's
an
great.
ad. It's fucking incredible. I don't know if you guys can read that from there. You know what? We'll talk about it after. Yeah, we'll get some keys and some synth.
Running from yourself now, getting what you told.
It definitely does sound like it could have been on the last album so far.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that.
Oh, that's fun. This really like Blue Hour shot looks so cool.
Oh yeah. Check out the drip.
I'm not giving you that.
There's no way it's getting out of that. And I think we're going to get riffs. That dude is a vibe.
Yeah. Oh, new band member.
You remember?
He's also such a sick drummer.
Yeah.
Just sits in the pocket so well.
Yeah, simplistic, catchy.
I'm really liking all the different scenes that are individually in.
Yeah, huge contrast. And I'm stopping it right here, but we got it mid-solo. We haven't paused it yet either. Weird for us. That beat. My hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it works and it sounds
He's
good.
talking about the song My Hero. He's not talking about me. He's
And you know what? It's funny. It's used in the same context. And it was something that always stood out to me because having a tom beat, you know, not really riding on a straight on the cymbals, hats, whatever you want, it was always cool to me that My Hero was one song that did that really, really well and it didn't sound like it was missing anything.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same thing here. It's really cool.
I don't know if this is shot with a drone or on another boat.
Oh, that's a nice shot. See, it was
What if that's an accidental shot? They got all the blue light shot, blue hour shot like that, and then this is like the post. You're like, oh, that's pretty. We'll just shoot that while we're here. Or if that was planned. He's got a real rock climber's build. Like very lean. That's very pretty too.
This has been shot really well. I've enjoyed the way that they've done this. Relatively simple, but it all just works so well and it looks super artsy.
It's very vibey.
Lead into the next track, you reckon?
It looks like it's a bit more up tempo if it is. Oh, the Canadian tuxedo is so good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That looks fucking cool.
Oh!
Leaving us on a cliffhanger. I love that though. That's cool.
There's a straight up, here's the next track. It's to be a bit more high.
Brandon! You're right.
There we go.
Very good. So Meg Mills is the new band member.
I don't remember the other guitarist name, the one that left. Because they were originally 5, then they went to 4.
And then they went to 4. I think this is cool because live it's just going to sound so much more rounded out. It's going to fill it out. Now, that was Turnstile doing Turnstile. But Turnstile doing Turnstile could still be a number of things.
Yeah.
Because they have so many facets to their sound and so many genres and vibes that they touch on. So I'm happy with that. It was a relatively simplistic, catchy song. But if you like Turnstile, I don't think you can be disappointed with that because...
I do like Turnstile and I'm not disappointed with
there
that.
you go.
He's absolutely right.
That's an open and shut case, friends. Should I be a lawyer?
That really ticked a lot of the boxes for me. One of the things I like about Turnstile is the artistic side of them.
Yeah.
And that, both cinematically, well shot, beautiful, it was engaging. I feel like they're a real vibe. That Glow On album for me is a vibe. It was my running album for a while because it had a lot of like the right tempo for me. And I listened to that thing on repeat for hours just because it got me in the right mood and got me feeling good. That did the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little more melancholy.
Yeah, but there were plenty of moments like that on the last album.
Yeah.
So I think like that could have fit in the middle of the last album and you'd be happy with it for sure.
Agreed.
I like how they're, like you said, like the artistic side of them. They're very expressive, like personally expressive as well.
Mm-hmm.
They all have their own style, their own image. They're very clued on to making it just not a hardcore band. I think that's why they were always going to transcend the hardcore scene because you can tell that they're into so much different stuff. I think that's really cool.
Do you think... You've watched The Bear, right?
Rarely. No, I haven't.
You haven't watched The Bear?
No, but I've heard about it.
Fuck you.
Dude, I don't actually get to watch that much TV anymore.
Oh, I'm so busy fucking being handsome, bro.
No, I just go to bed early.
You know what Jeremy Allen White looks like, right?
The main dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brendan and him have such... Even like, it might be the hair,
Yeah.
but very similar aesthetics. He's handsome. He's got a cool dude vibe about him.
He does have a good... Can he cook?
Brendan or the dude from The Bear?
This dude.
I can only assume so.
Yeah,
Mate, they've been
sure.
cooking in the studio.
Oh!
Okay, let's focus on my t-shirt now because it's
let's
really
talk
dumb.
about that.
I love The OC.
The OC was a great show.
Have you seen...
I don't know how I'd feel about it if I went back and watched it.
Better.
What?
I think you'll feel better about it. Gordon and I did it last year.
Okay.
And I felt better about it. Because I was... Oh, you were old as fuck when it came out. So I was a teenager when it came out.
Yeah.
You weren't.
I was...
And that's not even me joking. No. You actually weren't a teenager.
I was early 20s.
Oh, yeah, like 27, 28. And he was in his 20s for a very long time.
And time stood still.
It was very relevant to my age group at the time.
Yeah.
Watching back now, I appreciate so many other characters because I'm old as fuck now too. And kind of like, Sandy Gowan, greatest.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many characters in there that you're like, oh, that's a great character. There's really cool development in that. I'm not just being like, oh, it's Seth Gowan.
Although Seth Cohen is cool.
So cool.
Yeah, very cool.
But also, Imogen Heap.
Yeah.
Have you seen her tiny... we're done with this. Have you seen that Tiny Desk project that she did?
I have not.
Oh, it's so good. Remind me to show you that.
I will.
She like worked with someone to invent these gloves.
Cool.
That control her voice. So when she can like sing a line.
Like a vocoder, like a pitch shifter.
But there's nothing happening. They're just based on her control. So she's not touching anything. So she'll sing and be like, and that will hold that note going. So then she can then loop into another thing.
Oh,
so what she's singing,
cool.
she's essentially dancing, but she's got them controlled by gloves.
Right.
Fucking fascinating.
That is technology, man.
Dude.
It's
and like a
cool.
really unique way of doing it. So that's fun. Anyway, bye.
See you. Thanks for hanging. Let us know what you thought of that.
Oh yeah, that stuff we normally ask you to do.